My mother suffered from mental health, and so it was more so I took care of her rather than she taking care of me.
I grew up in a family with a mother that had mental illness, struggled with addiction.
I struggled. I got behind, felt I was a failure. I had no self-esteem, had a pregnant wife and a 1-year-old. I had no health insurance, and I remember them asking me, "How are you gonna pay for this?" I didn't know.
I suffered from a lot of different abuse. I successfully kept my sister from abuse, offering myself in her place. But as you can imagine, from starting at age 4 all the way through teenage years, I experienced physical and sexual abuse from strangers. And that's how I defined the way that I looked at the world. I was 19. I found myself pregnant with a boyfriend who I knew was not good for me. My relationship was very abusive, and I didn't really realize it because I had grown up with abuse. I didn't know it was different until I had been found by a nurse at Gunderson Health System. She asked me a series of questions. She was able to identify that I was in an abusive relationship, and she offered me an opportunity to really get after what I was after, is to be the best mom I could be. And she introduced me to this program called Healthy Families.
Without the support system of my father, my brothers, my grandparents, families, aunts and uncles, I could imagine where I'd be today without that support structure. And so a lot of families don't have that, and a lot of kids don't have that.
These young people today have more anxiety in their lives, more fear, depression, loneliness than we've ever had in the past. Someone doesn't reach out and give them a hug and bring them in, we're gonna lose them.
Family and Children's Center was a beautiful savior for me and gave me hope.
I don't know of anyone who can look within their social circle, family, friends, and can't identify someone who struggles with mental health issues.
A lot of times people will call us because they don't know where else to call or they don't know where to look. If they have a need, we probably can help them. And if we can't, we know who can.
Family and Children's Center provides a continuum of services across the lifespan. We have over 25 different programs. We work with prenatal babies, right, all the way through the elderly and older population and everything in between.
There's a lot that we can provide families and children, families together, children on an individual basis, adults on an individual basis. It's really focusing on those mental health services.
With many organizations, it's a limited population or a specific group. But at Family and Children's Center, we are able to reach a large variety of people and have a bigger impact on the community as a whole.
We see leadership from FCC showing up at so many tables in the community as a real influencer to work on making sure that service providers across our community are working in a way that's not duplicative, but is really working together in an efficient way to meet community needs.
A program like this and an organization like this is so important because there are a lot of things going on here, and you might not always be able to see that from the outside and if you're not part of this program and part of this organization, but there's really, really important needs of our communities being fulfilled in this program and in this organization.
I have one young man that is now to the final stage of getting his life totally back the way that he wants it. He had domestic violence issues, he had anger issues, he had addiction issues, he didn't know how to be a dad. Of his own volition, he came in and got counseling, and now he's a bright and shining star, something that can shine the bright light on what Family and Children's can do for people.
I used to refer folks to Family and Children's Center, occasionally referred to Maddie's Place when I learned of a sexual abuse incident. And I always thought that, oh my goodness, this is the place to go, because then you don't have to talk to this officer and that county attorney and, you know, deal with the offender directly. Somebody can help you walk through that whole system, which is really, really, really hard.
Having a place like Maddie's Place, not only do we have that environment for the victim, for the child to be more comfortable, but we also have a team that meets that has a lot of resources that they can offer families and help them heal.
I see a lot of possibilities for Family Children's Center. My plan is to make sure that we're set up so that we're there for the future.
The financial structure of these types of programs is a challenge. We do run many programs at a loss, and we have to, because these are programs that if we didn't provide them, they wouldn't be provided in our community.
What we need to do is we need to be thinking about a quantum leap to a place that we can really begin to make a bigger difference and change the game. Accept the fact that funding from traditional sources is not going to be there like it has been in the past, and step up in a big way to meet the needs that we have going forward.
Because if they don't raise the funds, there's going to be some families that are not going to get the help they need. We're investing in the future of our community. These young people are our future, and there's no greater investment.
Family and Children's Center could really make an impact on stopping a generation from going on and continuing the dysfunction. It isn't just helping one person, one family, we're helping generations.
Family and Children's Center really can help with just about every aspect of a person's life, and it can help them build the bridge between illness and wellness.
It's making sure that every client gets what they need and that we're there to respond to the needs of those clients.
For anybody who wants to change, they can. If someone chooses to change their thinking patterns, to learn some coping skills, they can accomplish anything.
Those little hearts are, they're precious, and we have to protect them. I mean, when you really think about, all the struggles these kids have these days, the struggles that parents have, and to have an organization like FCC and just the passionate staff members that they dedicate their lives to making a positive difference is just really unmatched in our entire region.
We have to touch more lives to save more lives.
Without FCC, I just don't see that being possible.